Hey everyone, it's Whitney. Welcome to today's DIYs. I'm so excited for today's projects because we're going to be making some really fun DIY concrete items. I want to make a fun fire pit bowl. I want to make some little planters. We can put some succulents in, and I really want to make like a big outdoor citronella candle. I got most of my supplies at the dollar store except for these citronella candles. I picked those up at Big Lots. They're half price right now because it's the end of summer, so check those out. And then I got the cement from Home Depot. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Whitney and I help you DIY a cozy home with DIY home decor projects like this, upcycles, thrift flips, home product reviews. So if you like videos like this, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you here, and make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps me out a lot. All right, let's get into making some DIY concrete cement projects. So I picked up an assortment of different bowls at the dollar store. So my thinking is I'm gonna do a couple with the same size bowls, kind of fitted into each other. And I'm also gonna do one with a bigger base and a smaller one inside. This will give us a thicker lip around the edge. Then this one has a fun fluted pattern on the outside, so we're gonna see how this one works as well. Then I just picked up some plastic cups at the dollar store to make some smaller ones. This one came in a set of 3, and then we're gonna use the smaller one inside of there. And for the concrete, I picked up this rapid set cement. All this has an additive in it, which is going to make it stronger, and it's going to set really quickly. So this is the one I'm gonna be using today. When you are picking your vessels that you're gonna be using as molds, you're gonna wanna find something that is a little bit malleable and not super sturdy, because you're going to need to wiggle this a little bit to get it out of the form. And you're going to want to prep the inside and the outside of your molds with olive oil to help it release. This does not have to be olive oil. It can be whatever cooking oil you got on hand. It could be Pam spray oil. It could be motor oil. It doesn't really matter. You just need a little bit of a lubricant on here so it can release easier. Ooh, the bottom is textured, so the inside is going to have a little bit of a design. Fun. For your cement mixture, we're going to do a 4-to-1 ratio, so 4 parts cement, 1 part water, and make sure you have a mask for this part because this stuff is really dusty and you don't want to inhale it. 4 parts cement, 1 part water. You could use a drill that has a paddle mixer on it if you have one of those, but I'm just going to show you how to do it by hand. You can totally do it if you don't have a drill with a paddle. Make sure you dig around to all of the edges to make sure there's not any little dry clumps and dry pockets. Now this looks pretty good. If you wanted it to be a little bit more soupy, you're going to get a smoother finish, but you could add less water and have it be a little bit more thick, and then you're going to get a lot of different holes. So fill it up like a quarter of the way, and you're going to shake it and then tamp it down. Once you make sure it's centered, put some weight in there. These are 2 5-pound dumbbells that are super dusty and cobwebby from my basement. Can you tell I don't ever use them? Now let's mix up some more cement. Now this lip is going to be quite a bit thinner than the other one. Hopefully it is strong enough, but we're going to find out. So I made this batch a little bit soupier than the other 2, and we're going to see if that makes a difference with the air bubbles. So I just grabbed my little palm sander. I'm not sanding this. I'm just letting the vibration hit the outside of the bowl to hopefully jiggle out some of those bubbles. These are looking pretty good. Now they are still super hot to the touch. You don't want to demold these while they're still hot. You want to wait till they're cool to the touch because that chemical reaction is still working its magic. So it's been a couple of hours. It is kind of cool to the touch, so let's pop these out of there. Oh, that came out super easily. So easy. Ooh, this one looks really cool. We have a ton of cracking around here. I think it's way too thin. It's not Saying it. That's a fail. Right, things that I've learned. The most important part is to definitely use a bigger bowl and a smaller bowl. For this one right here, I used 2 of the same size bowls. It made the lip way too thin. It's kind of cracking and super brittle. So that is a no-go. For this one right here, I used a bigger base and then a smaller one inside. This worked out really, really well. And I love the kind of fluted detailing of this one where I used this bowl right here. Love, love, love this. The cup one did not work out at all, as you can see. I think the issue is that this cup has a little bit of a texture on it. It's not as smooth of a plastic as this one. The concrete slipped out of this really easily, but when I was trying to get this out, it didn't work so well. So if you're using plastic, make sure you're using as smooth of plastic as you can. If you have any rough edges or if you want to round out the edge, just take some sandpaper and sand it down. Now we're going to turn this one into a little fire pit majig. I'm going to put some rocks in the bottom, put this on top so the flame will be kind of level with the top, and then fill rocks around. So I am going to try to hide the rim of the Sterno under some rocks. Once all of your candles melt, you can fish out your wick. Now, if you were using a candle that didn't have a solid bottom, like these metal tins, you could just pull out your wick first. Now you can just place your wicks in, wrap the ends over a little skewer to keep them in place, and we're gonna pour the melted wax in. Now we're just gonna let this cool and we will have our candle. We can cut our wicks down to about 1/2 inch. So I went ahead and redid 3 little planters. I used the big blue cup that I got from the dollar store and water bottles on the inside, and that worked out perfectly. I love how all of these turned out, you guys. I'm so excited by these. Now, one thing I didn't mention is that when you're mixing up your concrete, you can add acrylic paint in it and it'll color your concrete. You can also paint these after the fact. Once they're dry, you can paint some acrylic paint on top of here. But it might be really fun to mix in some acrylic paint colors while your concrete mixture is wet. You can layer it up, get like a little ombre effect. I love these little fire pit bowls. Now the Sternos that I got from the dollar store don't burn very bright. So this is definitely like an evening dusk situation because you definitely can't see it during the day. But I think it's just like a fun little DIY project to add to any patio, any deck, or any space that you're wanting a little bit of a fire moment. Only one that I'm not super thrilled about is the one where I used the 2 same size bowls. Ignore the water in here, I left it out overnight. But I do love this texture that that bowl from the dollar store gave the inside of this. So if I can find a bigger bowl to put the textured one inside of, I might try to redo this because I really am loving that texture. You guys let me know which ones are your favorite down below, and let me know if you're gonna recreate something like this. I love to see what you guys do. Tag me over on Instagram at Whitney Baldwin Home. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.